their one quarterback's a little bit bigger than the other, but I think they're going to do what they do, and they do it very well. And it's going to be important that we can disrupt the quarterback this week if we want to have success. But I think both those guys are quality football players, and they'll obviously help them win and play well down the stretch.
What do you see the last 3 games that as they turn things around? What was going on there?
I think they're a resilient group of a resilient football team. I think they faced some adversity. I think they obviously practice very hard. They play very hard. They're hard to defend. They do a really good job of creating dilemmas for you in terms of run-pass option, and they really make you work as a defense. And I think that, coupled with their resilience, that they played well down the stretch, got a big win there over West Virginia. And we're going to have to bring our A game, defensively in this bowl game.
What is Kansas State's identity offensively? And the reason I ask is, from an outsider's point of view, just what makes that up? Because I've covered them all season. I've had trouble understanding what their identity is offensively.
I think they're going to, one of the things that they want to do is they want to make it hard, for you to prepare for them. They're going to give you a variety of personnel groupings. They do things with 2 fullbacks in the game. They play multiple quarterbacks. But I think at their essence, they want to be able to be physically tough and run the football. And for us defensively, that's where it starts. We've got to be able to, defend their run game. I think when the quarterback becomes a runner, they do a really good job with run-pass options. And that occurs throughout, whether it's 4 receivers in the game, 1 receiver in the game. They really they stretch you there and try to make you play very detailed and disciplined football. And then, when they can lull you asleep a little bit in the run game, they try to take a shot up top, and they've been very proficient at times throwing the deep ball. So, I think at their essence, they want to run the football, but they do enough to keep you balanced, and they try to do things to make you spend time to defend them. And I think it's been fortunate we've had some extra time in the bowl prep, but they do a good job, and they're hard to defend.
Rob, I think Cook, he's their second leading passer, but I think he's also in their top 3 in rushing and receiving. Just what do you think about his skill set and versatility?
I think number one, I think he's a threat on the perimeter. You got to be aware when he's lined up at wide receiver, because he's one of their top targets, obviously, especially in the screen game and some intermediate routes. Also, we got to be aware of him as a thrower on the perimeter. When you get extra time, you watch all these bowl games, there seems to be a trick player too, so we got to have awareness of him when he's not even at the quarterback position. And then he's a good runner. He throws the ball better than I think some people give him credit for as well, especially in the run-pass option game. Because you've got to commit guys to stop the run, and he'll start to press the line of scrimmage and then dump the ball off. So we got to do a great job of just dictating the daylight, the run game, but also taking away his throwing options when he becomes a passer. And he certainly has a lot of respect for Coach Snyder, and that's evident in the way he speaks about them. We know that they're going to be a very detailed bunch, a very mentally and physically tough football team, and it's important that we prepare our guys for that challenge, and we're looking forward to that challenge on Saturday. But those are the things that the Coach B has really kind of tried to impart that wisdom on our football team, just how they're going to play the game of football, which is. We have an awful lot of respect for Coach Snyder and the way Kansas State plays.
Coach, you guys have been pretty successful against running backs this year. Held Derrick Henry and Leonard Fournette. It's over to under 100 yards rushing. What do you think has been maybe one of the 2 or 3 things that have made you guys successful in those games and maybe some others this year?
Coach B has an Arkansas edge, and the number one thing that we want to be is mentally and physically tough. And I think in order to accomplish that, which we strive for every week, you've got to be able to stop the run, and we commit a lot of time, effort, and resource to doing that. The other thing is we face a pretty good running attack in our offense. We have some good running backs. We have an excellent offensive line, so it's great to go against those guys on a daily basis. Usually we do one period against our offense, good versus good every day, and I think that helps us, from that standpoint. But in order to be successful this week, though, we're going to have to be successful in all areas. We got to be able to stop the run. We got to be able to limit big plays and hopefully create some takeaways along the way.
And speaking of going against your good, what are the characteristics of Alex Collins that have made him what he is?
He's an excellent downhill runner that has very, very good vision, and he can make cuts in a timely fashion that allow him to spring to the second level of a defense that he can get up on you in a hurry is what I'm trying to say. And he's a good running back, and we're glad he's on our side.
What do you see from K-State's running back, Charles Jones?
Yeah, he's another downhill guy. I think he has excellent vision in their zone scheme when they do some quarterback read stuff. The other thing I think he has is really good patience, in their gap scheme when they get a tackle pulling in front of them. There's a little niche to that. Some guys can just go downhill and make a cut, but he kind of has the patience to find the opening when there's pullers in front of him and make a cut and get downhill. And he can also hurt you on the perimeter. They have a stretch game that we got to be prepared for. But I think their strength is, obviously defending their entire run game. They have a good running back. They have two quarterbacks that can run the football. And then as soon as you try to commit guys from the second level to get involved in that, they'll have a run-pass option off of it. They really make you defend all 11 players, and the quarterback is a runner.
Who does the quarterback, Joe Huebner, who does he maybe remind you of as far as a passer goes and just the passing game?
I'm not good with names. I'm good with numbers of other teams. But I tell you, I will say this. I think he has a strength in terms of throwing the football down the field. I think on some of his deep shots, he's able to, put the ball in a particular window where he wants it, where it's a back shoulder throw or leading the receiver. I mean, I've been very impressed with his efficiency, of throwing the deep ball when he's had opportunity to take shots. And, the other thing that he's very precise with as well is he presses the line of scrimmage in the RPO game. He's able to put it on a receiver, on a slant, or a quick out, things of those natures. And, that's obviously, I think that's a little bit of a hidden art, being able to throw on the run like that, and he's been very efficient at that as well.